and welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing a flip through of this month's Colouring Heaven. So this is issue 73 and it's the Fairy Stories special, which is 40 illustrations by FABIANA Attanasio. Now from what I understand of this issue, I've seen a couple of flip throughs online. This has literally just come out of the postage bag for me, so this is my first flip. But from what I understand and what I know, FABIANA has got a number of books out which are quite old, and I think a lot of them are out of print, or at least certainly hard to get in English. I think you can get them in other languages, and but they are fairy tale themed, so I think some, or maybe most, or even all are from her previous books. If you're not familiar with Colouring Heaven, it's roughly A4 in size. It has a matte cover, front and back, which does mean you can also colour in the cover. Nice bit of foil work on the front as well, front and back. So yeah, let's get straight into the flip through. So I'll just do it as a spread initially. So obviously we have our first page here, our first illustration, and in here we've got a little bit about their how to subscribe basically. I will leave links to where you can buy this magazine online, by the way. Oh, and links to to subscribe and things like that. They do ship worldwide. And then we've got this little paragraph here, which is actually from Jenny Cook, who's the creative director at Colouring Heaven. Usually they just have a little paragraph about the about the illustrator of the month, but they've made it to read a bit nicer, so that's quite new. And then we've got all of Colouring Heaven's social media, should you want to look them up. Anyway, on to the first illustration, which is obviously Beauty and the Beast, and it's really nice because it's part of his jacket. And now again, I'll just mention it the once, but the first page, Beauty and the Beast, the second page, Beauty and the Beast. So they do tell you what the fairy tale they are from. So yeah, this is Beauty and the Beast. I'm not familiar with this. Is that her dad? I don't know. But she's got this really cool cloak on. So as you can see from Fabiana's style, she does have quite a distinct style with these sort of the eyes. You can always tell Fabiana's artwork usually from the eyes, because she does have this sort of quite distinct style, I think anyway. So here she is chowing down with the beast. So that's the equivalent of our Be Our Guest scene. And here is the equivalent of the ballroom scene. So her dress is covered with flowers. Nice if you enjoy colouring flowers, and hair and fur, and yeah, and we've got, so this is like the ballroom, but it's almost like a rug as well, isn't it? So that's the, and works as a frame. Once again, oh, he's sad. He's so sad. So he's having a little cry over the petals falling from the rose, and he's got this really ornate cape. That's very Zentangly. Not really my thing. I do them occasionally, but it's not my go-to. Which is perhaps why I've never bought some of her other books. I do have her Fantasy Castles one though. And this one, I think this is him turning back into his princely self. So there is his beast side, and there is his human side. And here they are at the end. So this is illustration 7 of Beauty and the Beast. And yeah, he's transformed back into the prince. And there's the castle. Again, more flowers and more Zentangle. So, I'll turn it back this way. This is illustration number 8, so we're on to Cinderella. This is a bit more my thing. We have a nice border. I do like a border. Pumpkins. And that's upside down, like the castle there, so it does create the full frame. Oh, I'll go horizontal. So here she is. Poor Cinderella, she's scrubbing the floor. Another I really like. This is definitely more my style than the Zentangly Beauty and the Beast ones. So I like this one. I might do this one. Nice bit of brickwork there. I do like a bit of brick. If you've been on my channel for a while, you'll know I like a bit of brick. Right, so here we have her with her wicked stepmother and sisters. They don't look too ugly. She needed to ugg them up a bit. Ugg them up? I'm just making up words. Right. So, yeah, there they are, all drinking tea and having a bit of cake. Back to the horizontal one. And we have Cinderella with her fairy godmother. Transformed her into her dress. This is obviously a really detailed one. So we've got lots of hair and lots of flowers on both Cinderella and the fairy godmother. I don't know what you want to do with the wings, because obviously that's very magical with all the sparkles. But this dress is extremely busy and ornate. So yeah, that's either going to be like one that you look at and go, oh my god, or you're going to love it and get really, you know, sometimes it's nice to get really stuck into something detailed. And here we have Cinderella at the ball. She's met her prince. Sister's looking not so happy. But yeah, they're having a ball, if you'll pardon the pun, and enjoying themselves. And then we are here, and she's running away at the stroke of midnight. Again, we've got it in this nice frame. I like these. I like this style. Definitely my my vibe. And here we have Cinderella trying on the glass slipper, because apparently they can't see her face. She's, you know, it's like she's like Superman, isn't she? It's just like put her in rags and nobody recognises her. It's like, no, you can see who it is. Anyway, I digress. As is my habit. Right, so issue page 15. We are on to Hansel and Gretel. Again, this is more my style. It's I prefer that sort of encapsulated image rather than the few that we've had that basically go up to the edge of the page. This just feels a bit more structured. I like this one. Look, we got donuts and sweets, candy, all this sort of stuff. It's my kind of thing. And flowers. I like flowers. And hair. And wood. It's got all of the things. Apart from bricks. Need some bricks. Right, so this is... I keep saying issue. Why do I keep saying issue? Image 16. So here they are, lost in the woods. Oh, I'm going to switch it back. Hopefully you won't feel too seasick. So they found the house full of candy. And donuts, and a bit of fruit. That seems a bit too healthy. They wouldn't be interested on that. He is sitting on a cupcake. Granted, that is a strawberry sitting on a cupcake. So I suppose it's not all good. Nice pretzel there. Oh, God, it makes me hungry. I need to stop. Is that one of those big giant marshmallow twists? It looks like it, doesn't it? That's got to be like pink and like vanilla-y cream. See, makes me hungry. Okay, so he's in the cage. She's blind. He's giving her the little bone there so that, you know, she's being fooled. And nice. I like that they've used. She's made the chain as the border. And here we have pushing her into the fire, as you do. And then they're happy, because they've escaped. Lots of wood in here, nice barrel. There's them chains again. So those are quite cool pictures. Right, Peter Pan. If I was going to buy one of her books, it's always the Peter Pan one that I've looked at, because I love her little Peter. So this is another one in that same sort of structure as we had at the start of the Hansel and Gretel one, where they're in like sort of little portraits really. And yeah, so I like that. This is a picture I like. I love that his clothes are made out of leaves, and I love this mischievous face with his tufty hair. We have a horizontal picture again. There seems to always be at least one where we have one that's filling up the whole page right up to the edge of the paper. Flying to Netherland. Look at this. I love this Captain Hook as well. I'm not so keen on the Zentangle. You can just colour straight over that. You don't need to colour in all the little bits separately, or even, you know, in panels. But yeah, you have a ball with that hair. Looks like maybe some of it's been cropped off though, unfortunately. I'm not sure that's how, because I don't have the original book, I can't compare, but that does seem like, I feel like he should have a bit of a hat there. Wendy's been bow and arrowed. That's Tinkerbell, I think, isn't it? He's like, oops. And he's like, ha ha. Right. If you watch The Simpsons, you'll know what that was about. Right, so we do have Hook with our hat and feathers. And they're on the ship. Maybe he's meant to be Smee. Oh no, he's more likely to be Smee, isn't he? Because he's hanging off the edge. And we have our crocodile. That's quite cool because he is like, his hair is almost sort of merged into being like the waves. It's all sort of, yeah. It's a very watery page. And that's the end of Peter Pan. Right, so Pinocchio, and we've got ourselves another one of these portrait ones where we've got Pinocchio in the middle, we've got his father and Cricket, and yeah, and we've got all the little caricatures from throughout. So we've got our donkeys and, you know, fish, things like that. That's all part of the story. And then we have ourselves a horizontal picture again. So this is where he's actually, Pinocchio's being made. That's a bit, there's something a little bit creepy about that, isn't there? It's just like he's smiling. He's just been carved out of the wood. Which of course he was, because he was a puppet. He wasn't a real boy yet. But it just looks a little bit creepy, doesn't it? But he's smiling. That makes it less creepy. All the Zentangle there again though. And then we have, that's a bit of a different style for his face. Where's that first one? I don't think he looks the same. That's almost more realistic. And he's got this funny hair. And then we move into this upright one again. So this is where he's making friends. That's all not going to go so well. And we have, what's it, the Blue Fairy. That's sweet, just give him a cuddle. Oh, so this is where he's obviously being turned into an ass, donkey, and the frame again, because they're all having fun with the games and the food, and that's been made up to be like the frame, which I like. Okay, and then that's the end of that. We don't see him being, perhaps that one further forward was him sort of turning into a real boy. So this is Snow White. And oh, she's looking evil. Evil queen. And then she's in the forest. Lots of Zentangly trees. I'm not a fan of Zentangly trees. We have our 7 dwarves, who is just being, again, looks like he's being a little bit trimmed off. That's my only criticism that I tend to have of Colouring Heaven. Sometimes they make, I think, slightly not so good decisions on where to do their cropping of images, which is not always easy, I'll give them that, because sometimes they have square images that have to fit on, you know, rectangular pages, but I do think sometimes they just don't quite pull it off. Okay, so there she is being given the apple, and here she is again in her what would you call it, sleeping state. Here's our prince, come to wake her up in a coffin. That one just looks like a sort of case, really. Here, that definitely looks like a coffin. Nice and cheerful. Again, these Zentangly flowers. She has a very, she does have a distinct style, and some elements, I prefer her faces and things than the Zentangly, but I do like the faces. There they are, riding off, and they're happy, and so are the dwarves, and they lived happily ever after, etc, etc, because that is the end. And then we've got our final page here, which just has the usual colour combination chart. And again, how to buy back issues. As I mentioned, I will leave links to everything below, so should you wish to buy either this single issue from their site or subscribe, I'll leave links to the Anthem Publishing Shop, which is the publishers who do Colouring Heaven. So if you found this flip through useful, then I would appreciate a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed to the channel, then hit the little bell and you'll get a notification of any time I upload new videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Take care and see you again soon. Bye for now. Bye.